Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It's Thursday morning. It is December 18th, and it is let's see here, 3:02 in the a.m. I went out of shot for a minute. I'm back now. Okay, I am looking at a story from Atlanta Black Star News that has me mentally and emotionally saying, WTF. I want to verbally say it, but I don't want to unnecessarily offend. How about that? Okay. The story says, new property owners say they'll force a 91-year-old grandmother with dementia out of her home of 25 plus years. And how and why they get to do that is because they paid $3,500 on a tax lien. You heard me correctly. $3,500 on a tax lien and an auction. Now, this woman is a grandmother. She's 91 years old. She's stuck in a pattern of living because of dementia. And you're going to take her out of that environment because you spent $3,500. I'm going to tell whoever it is, and I'm speaking to the great beyond here on the internet, you have just killed this woman. Now, I want to speak to the majority of us who live for paycheck to paycheck, and that's not hard to do in this current economy. And I need to say, for the most part, in this lifetime, that is how I existed. Say for the most part. But again, this woman is a grandmother. This is all she knows. And this story speaks to generational inequity. I want us to go beyond the obvious. This woman has had children. How did this $3,500 become a debt? The children were most likely raised in this house since she lived there for over 25 years, maybe the youngest, the oldest. At some point, she was blessed with housing, okay? So there was an income at some point for them to scrape up enough to own this property. But again, I'm posing the question, how did this $3,500 become a debt? None of your kids could get a loan. Then there's grandchildren. Who are most likely of age to help this woman out. I feel bad. I really feel bad hearing this story. My mom passed at the age of 83. She owned 2 homes in her lifetime. One, she forfeited to my father in a divorce. And the divorce was the result of domestic violence. My father, being the what a stellar human being that he was, petitioned for the divorce on the grounds of abandonment. Mind you, this stellar human being committed adultery all throughout the relationship. This stellar human being bodily harmed, brutally victimized, did not care that there were children present, contributed nothing, $0, to the well-being of his 3 children. Never paid rent, never bought groceries. All that was placed on my mother. And praise the Lord, she had a profession. Because I can't imagine, my story if my mother worked a menial job. I can't imagine what that would look like. So, I'm saying all this to say is, folks, we have to do better. We have to get back to some old time ways of, the village kind of living, the community, stressing education. We messed up some stuff because we subscribe to I want to say assimilation and integration. Now we're walking around yelling, they not like us. Where are your roots? I have to ask that. And I ask that in sincerity. I ask that with intent. I ask that in meaning and purpose. We're again losing sight of, I want to say, our ancestors, the aunties, the uncles, the big mamas that have brought us thus far.